If you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and click the bell notification icon to stay updated on all of my latest videos. Hey there fellow gamers, what's up? It's Rocky Grenade. I am back with another video after many years. Sure, I upload gameplay footage, but this is a proper scripted and edited video where hopefully the viewer learns something. My current monitor is an LG Ultrawide 25 58p. It's a 2560 by 1080p IPS panel. I have been using this for over a year now, and I think there are some interesting things that I could describe about my own experience with the ultrawide format. So let's start off talking about using Windows in general. You will notice that the taskbar is to the left instead of the usual bottom position. This is definitely convenient with higher real estate in ultrawide. Most of the Windows user experience comes down to just having more horizontal space. New users may notice that the usual close window, minimize, maximize are a slight bit more far off than usual. If you're still bothered, you could just raise the DPI on your mouse by a little. With a higher resolution, the UI in Windows at 100% scaling will look pretty small to some. My current setting is at 125%, otherwise it would cause strain on my eyes. Web browsing on ultrawide does feel significantly better, at least for me. I think that partially has to do with me switching over to Vivaldi from Firefox. Vivaldi is this highly customizable Chrome-based web browser. I prefer to use tiles on the right-hand side for tabs instead of having tabs be anywhere else on the screen. The 21:9 aspect ratio totally complements my UI preference in Vivaldi. Sure, if I start having tabs on the usual top position, things will seem normal, but having tweaked the UI to my liking, I really can't go back now. And there is too much negative space with tabs on top. YouTube and other streaming sites are also a thrill to watch videos on, as you can enjoy them without any actual black bars now. If you are using Netflix though, you will need some plugin to get it working right for you. Amazon Prime Video on the other hand will work without any tweaking around as long as the source video was rendered in something similar to 21:9. However, people who render 16:9 with black bars need to go penetrate themselves. It's the one true shitty experience of ultrawide. 16:9 videos with black bars on all four sides. As for gaming, I feel it's a must buy if you want to level up in immersive gaming. Ultrawide does not compare to VR in any way, but if you seek that minimum increase in immersion, you need good headphones and at least an ultrawide, I feel. You could also just buy a 32-inch TV and sit super close to it, but it will not be the same as having more digital real estate or more horizontal space on the panel. In terms of actual gameplay, if you are into racing simulators, etc., it's damn good. It's an obvious visual treat to the eyes. A technical advantage does exist too. Say you play any of the racing games in first-person view. Before diving into a corner, most players use the analog stick to look into the turn. But when you get the extra field of view, you just got to look at the very edge of your screen, and it works similarly, I feel. For FPS games too, very often I have caught players on the very edge of my screen and been able to communicate to my teammates or take action myself. There is just one initial learning curve I feel you have to overcome. Since the display is a bit more stretched and the FOV is generally going to be a bit higher, you need to train your eyes and mind to check the very edges of your panel too if you want to make most use of those extra pixels to the fullest. Peripheral vision is one thing, but you could also gain from looking at the very edges of the monitor from time to time. Or have a situation in a game where you are guarding two corners, left and right, and are centered in between, but still having full visibility or sufficient visibility on said corners. This can, however, look stressful to your teammates who can't comprehend why you are staring into a wall. Ultrawide has a compatibility issue too with some games to date, older games being mostly affected. But even games within the last 3 years or more could have you running around the internet to find an ultrawide patch or fix. It's forgivable as long as the fix is easy enough to execute. Video editing in ultrawide definitely has its benefits, like having a much wider timeline viewable at once. Although if you do get one of the much higher resolution ultrawide monitors, then the UI in Adobe Premiere really scales down and may be very troublesome to use. There are videos on YouTube which show you how to fix the UI scaling for Adobe products in case you plan to get an ultrawide display or something bigger. Windows 10's scaling settings don't really work on Adobe products for now. I'll leave a link to a solution in the description.